Hey guys, I hope you're well and are enjoying your weekend. I've just been watching a few YouTube videos, trying to get some ideas and things, and I stumbled across Anna or Viviana Does Makeup's video and her top 5 bronzers. So I just watched that and I thought I hadn't done a bronzer video. I've done a blushes video, my favourite blushes, my favourite brushes and my favourite foundations, but hadn't done my favourite bronzer video. So I thought I'd do that today for you. I probably need to update my other videos. Although my foundations haven't changed that much, my blushes probably have changed a little bit, and my brushes. So I might get around to doing that for you soon. But today's going to be all about bronzers. I love wearing bronzer. I'm very, very pale, or quite pale as you can see, and I wear quite a matte base. So I like to use bronzer to add a little bit of sheen and glow to my face and a little bit of colour. I'm not overly keen on wearing too much blush, so I use bronzer to just add that colour. Having said that though, I don't like the over dramatic or over the top bronzer look. I like mine to be very, very subtle and peachy in tone and just look very natural and just give a natural sun-kissed kind of glow to my skin. So all of these are pretty natural and they're all the similar kind of shades. So if you have similar skin tone to me, or you're looking for a subtle and not too obvious bronzer that's easy to work with, then all of these are great. So I'll get started by talking about what I use to apply my bronzers. I've also included my contour shade in this video as well, because I class that in the bronzing section, I guess, and my bronzing routine starts with my contour. So the contour brush that I use, which I've mentioned many times, but it's the best one by far that I've ever used to contour with, and I just love the shape and the quality. It's Sonia Kashuk's tapered blush brush. This isn't readily available in the UK. It was for a short amount of time at Space NK a few years ago, which was when I bought it, but they don't carry Sonia Kashuk unfortunately anymore. But if you're in America, I'm sure this is easily found. Other than this, the one that is very similar in shape to this is one by Real Techniques. Their blush brush, I think, is very similar. It's just synthetic bristles instead of natural hairs, and it has the same kind of tapered and fluffy shape to it, which is great for contouring. The pointy edge is great for getting shape in the hollows of your cheeks and down your nose and things like that, but the fluffy brush, the fluffy bottom of it is great for blending as well. So this is a fantastic contour brush. I think it's better than using a traditional flat contour brush or a thin one, because you can actually buff really well, as well as getting the definition you need with it. I also use this with my bronzers. When I'm going to apply bronzer after I've contoured, I will use this really massive fluffy brush by A Design, which I purchased from IMAX a few years ago, and it's their XL powder brush. And I know in England you're not going to be able to get hold of this, but in America, if you check out A Design brushes, they're great quality. And this one in particular is fantastic for bronzer because it's massive. If you like to get a natural finish with your bronzer, then a bigger brush I find is much better. It blends really well, there's no lines at all, and it just distributes the product really evenly and really naturally on the skin. This is great for using on larger areas as well, like on your neck or décolletage. But I use it just on my cheeks, all over my forehead, down my nose, and then on my neck, and it's very nice quality. I've never seen a brush as big as that from other brands, so I really like that one. A bit of a smaller bronzer brush, which I use to apply kind of the highlighting bronzers that I have, is a little bit smaller, and it's Bobbi Brown's bronzer brush, but I love the shape of this. It's a short and very fluffy brush. It's almost like a kabuki on a stick, but it's great for blending, applying blusher and bronzer. In fact, it just applies the product beautifully, and it's a very good quality brush. It's very soft. So the first product is the contour that I use, and I've mentioned this many times because it's basically the only contour powder that I use, the only one that I find suits me really well, and I'm very happy with it, so I've never really deviated away from it. And it's MAC Blush Powder in Harmony. This shade suits me perfectly. It's a really nice kind of dusky pink bronze shade. It's great for adding definition and shape to the face, and if you have a similar skin colour to me, then I really recommend you try this if you're looking for a contour shade. And it's a matte finish, which is best for contouring. My next favourite bronzer is one that I've purchased 2 or 3 times, and it's a bit of a beauty cult product. Everybody has heard of this, and I guess most people own it, but I'm still going to mention it anyway because it is worthy of another mention, and it's Nars Lagune Bronzer Powder. The quality of this is amazing. It's very finely milled, it's beautiful to blend and apply, and it just looks so natural on the skin. It's a lovely kind of not reddy, not orangey, very natural peachy tan colour with slight gold shimmers in it. Doesn't look overly glittery on the face, it just adds that really nice healthy sheen to the skin, and I would repurchase this over and over again, and I think it's well worth the hype. The next one is my new love, I guess, my new bronzing love, and it's one that I bought this summer. I love summer collection bronzers when they come out. The packaging and the kind of the design of them are absolutely beautiful, so I always buy one summer, and this is the one that I've purchased this year. It is, I think, going to be permanent also, I've been told, which is great news, and it's Dior's Nude Tan Healthy Glow Powder in Sunlight. The packaging is just stunning and the design is amazing. It spells out the word nude, which I love because I'm obsessed with nude makeup, as you know, and it's made up of 4 different shades. There's a peachy colour, a kind of mid-tone brown, a deeper brown, and then a very soft pale kind of peachy tan shade there, but all swirled together it just adds the most gorgeous kind of peachy bronze glow to the skin, and the quality of this is amazing. Really recommend this if you're looking for one of those bronzer slash highlighting powders. Next bronzer is one that I haven't heard many people talk about, in fact anybody, I don't think. I never really hear much talk about Givenchy in general. I think it's not as readily available as many makeup brands are, but luckily for me, my local Debenhams stock Givenchy, so I have tried a fair few bits from them and I really like them. But this is one of my favourite bronzers of all time because the shades are just beautiful, and I love the fact that it's multi-purpose. So this is what it looks like. It's their Matte and Glow Prism, and it's made up of 9 different coloured kind of bronze shades. All of them are very natural, but you can swirl them all together to get a really nice bronze kind of healthy tan shade on your skin, or you can use them individually as eyeshadows as well, which I use, and I think it's amazing. It's great for travelling, it's great for on the go, or it's great if you don't want to buy 2 different products as well. I think these come in 2 or 3 different shades, and this is the second lightest shade, I believe, but the name has rubbed off on the back because I've had it so long. But I really love this. It's very natural, great quality, and I love the design of it. It also comes with a little brush which is underneath, but I've never used that because I don't really like free brushes. They usually go in the bin, but that one hasn't yet. The last bronzer that I'm going to talk about is my Trish McEvoy bronzers. I'm going to mention 2 because they're basically exactly the same. They're exactly the same shade, only one is a summer edition and is full, and the other one has half highlighter and half bronzer on it, which I believe is their permanent one. But both of them are the same shade, and they're both beautiful. I don't hear, again, a lot of things about the brand Trish McEvoy. I believe she's American. They sell her stuff in Selfridges. It is very pricey, but it's beautiful. I love the concept of her packaging. She does these different kind of compacts and you can fill them up. You buy them empty and you can fill them. So I really love that. They're great for travelling and they're just amazing quality. I've used her products for, I would say, probably 10 years or so. When I was at school, I remember saving and buying her eyeliners and some of her brushes when I went to Harvey Nicks one time. But I really like them, and this one I purchased about 1.5 years ago or so. So the bronzer looks like this, and it has a slight sheen to it, but it isn't glittery. It doesn't have chunky glittery particles at all. It just adds that metallic kind of slight glow to the skin, and this bronzing shade is beautiful. It's very natural. It's almost like Laguna. It's a mid-tone tan colour with kind of gold shimmers, but it also has this peachy pink kind of highlightery shade, and when they're mixed together it just adds that beautiful kind of fresh glow to the skin. This is the other one, which I believe is limited edition, and it's the full size version of the tan shade, but both of them are lovely. I can't remember the name to be sure right now, but I'll link it down below. But I definitely recommend Trish McAvoy as a brand, and her bronzers are just amazing quality. You get what you pay for, and the compacts are beautiful, but I'll talk more about those probably at a later date. But I hope you enjoyed. All those bronzers are ones that I use on a regular basis. I didn't want to include limited edition products or bronzers that I use sometimes, because I know that that's not fair, because not all of you can get hold of those. But all of these are permanent, and all of them are fantastic quality. Great if you want to get that kind of peachy glow to your skin, and if you don't want an over the top bronzer. All of them are pretty natural and just very finely milled and beautiful quality. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I will speak to you soon.